Hello, I'm Suzanne Deason. I've been a student and teacher of yoga for many years now, based on the system of Master Yogi B.K.S. Iyengar. One of the major contributions of Mr. Iyengar has been to introduce props into the practice of yoga. Props are designed to help people, no matter what their level of fitness or flexibility, enjoy the full benefit of yoga practice. Yoga is a timeless system of self-care. Yoga poses are designed to focus awareness of both the body and the mind to promote good health and vitality. Yoga props help to create proper alignment and support the body so that both the body and the mind are not distracted with tension. Props allow you to completely surrender to the pose and allow the power of yoga to fully work for you. The body has a miraculous ability to heal itself. All we need to do is give it the proper environment in which to do so, which includes the correct use of props. Today I'm going to introduce you to 3 different yoga props, and then later I'll demonstrate how they can be used in some basic yoga poses. The first and most fundamental prop I'd like to talk about is the basic non-slip yoga mat. If you're practicing on a hard surface, this mat will provide a nice layer of cushioning as well as a good temperature barrier from the floor. Its non-slip surface will also help make sure your feet and hands stay firmly in place and help you keep your correct position. I know that many of you will be practicing at home on carpet, which provides good cushioning. Nevertheless, I always recommend the use of a mat to ensure the maximum in stability for your hands and feet and insulation from the cold floor. In teaching yoga, I've found that the strap is invaluable to help students compensate for tight hips, hamstrings, and shoulders. Using the strap will add length to your poses and thus help fine-tune the alignment of your spine and help open your chest for breathing. To properly support some poses, I recommend that you use the strap buckled together. Simply buckle the strap and pull it tight. Adjust the length of the strap until you feel comfortable. Yoga bricks and blocks can also help compensate for tight hips and hamstrings, especially in standing poses. The height of the bricks effectively builds the floor up, so those who cannot bend all the way down to place their hand on the floor can still maintain correct alignment and support themselves properly. This support helps add stability to your poses, which will give you the confidence to fully relax into the position. Bricks also provide support for your torso, which keeps the spine in line. Elevating the upper torso allows for the natural, deep breathing that is crucial to yoga practice. And now I'd like to show you how the basic non-slip yoga mat can help support your practice. This is my friend and yoga student Veronica, and she's going to show you mountain pose. Beginning in mountain pose, Veronica will jump to a wide stance. As she jumps, the non-slip mat supports her feet so that she doesn't slide. All of the standing poses are wide stance positions. As she turns her feet and spreads the toes, she takes warrior pose. All of the standing poses begin with the ability to connect your feet to the floor. Inhale and come up. The yoga strap is very effective in helping assist with tight hips and hamstrings and shoulders. Let's show first a one-legged seated forward bend without the strap. So as she comes forward, you can see that her back is rounded, actually weakening the lower area of her back. Taking a look at the foot, you'll see that the foot is sickled. This is very common with tight hamstrings. When the foot is sickled, it takes the foot, the ankle, and the leg out of alignment. So even though this leg looks like it's stretching, nothing much is happening. To correct this, we'll use the strap, placing the strap over the ball of the toe and extending out through the inner heel. Push through the inner heel a little more. There you go. And you notice as she does that, that brings the foot, the ankle, and the knee into alignment. This means that the back of the leg is lengthening evenly. The resistance created between the foot and the arms brings the torso into play. She's now recruited the muscles of her torso to support her spine so that this is a healthy, aligned posture. Her hamstrings are lengthened evenly, her spine is nicely supported, her shoulders are released away from her ears. The strap is also effective for opening the shoulders. Taking the strap about the width of your shoulders and then placing it over the palms, extending up through the arms. As she extends the arms upward, she presses the back of the hand into the strap, creating extension through the inner border of the shoulder, keeping the ribcage inside. Let's exhale and bring it down. Taking the hands behind the back, straightening the arms, and taking the strap up. This opens and expands the chest and opens the front of the shoulder. Good. And exhale, release. When stability is required in a pose, such as reclining cobbler's pose, the strap goes over the pelvis and over the feet, and making sure that the buckle is not on the skin. Can you lift your feet up just a little bit? We'll pull the buckle this way. Another very important issue is to have the strap placed beneath the pelvic rim, so it's never in the lumbar area. And then she's exhaling and taking the hands back, take the elbows back, yeah, and just release back down. There you go. The strap appears to just be holding her feet in place, but actually what we're doing is we're creating traction by pulling the pelvis in one direction and allowing the spine to extend in the other. This is very supportive for the lower back. Come on up. The bricks are very helpful, again, for hamstrings and hips, particularly in standing poses. Let's take triangle pose without the use of the strap. Turn the feet. And take the arms up into triangle pose. Now you can see, with tight hips and hamstrings, her spine is slightly C-shaped, slightly rounded. Her forward knee is slightly bent. So she's got some misalignment through the torso and through the lower leg. Let's inhale and come up. And we'll place this block on the outside of the leg and taking the arms up once again and coming down to triangle pose onto the fingertips. Stamp on the fingertips. There you go. So now she's able to straighten the leg, really extend through the spine. She has better alignment through her spinal column. And remember that we're always looking for alignment. Yoga can't align our bodies unless we practice in alignment. Inhale and come up. Good. We can also use the blocks for extension poses such as upward facing dog. Let's try first without the block. You can see that she has difficulty lifting the thighs. The low back is very compressed, and the shoulders are slightly pulled up around the ears. Let's come up. And now we'll elevate her hands with the use of the bricks. So by elevating, she's able to extend the legs, and you can see that the arch in the back is a lot more even. She's reaching down through the arms, the shoulder blades are coming away from the ears, and this is a much healthier position for the spine. Come on up. The blocks are also effective in downward facing dog for helping to open the shoulder joint. Let's show downward facing dog without the blocks. Push forward. Don't go back. So the shoulder area is tight, the hamstring area is tight, the back is slightly rounded. The hamstrings are tight, so she's really having to lift high up on her toes. And come down. And let's see now, downward facing dog with the blocks. It's pushing back. So she's able to get more extension through the shoulders, more length through the spine, drawing the legs up and back and the heels downward into the floor. Much more complete flow of energy through this pose. Good, inhale. Cross-legged forward bends. We can use the blocks to support the forehead as she comes forward. You can use as much support as you like. So this is a restful pose, which gently opens the inner thighs. Use whatever props are necessary, modify, always looking for comfort and ease in your pose. In my own practice, I've found that props really help make my poses more powerful and useful. Sometimes I'll use all of them. Sometimes I might only need to use one or two. Remember, the genuine benefit of yoga is to focus both your body and mind. And as you've seen here today, these props can really help provide you with the support and precise alignment necessary to do so. As Mr. Iyengar says, as long as you do not live totally in the body, you do not live totally in the self. I hope this program will help you on the path to renewed health, energy, and peace. Namaste.